good evening, jammers, and welcome to the season 3 finale of the JNC podcast. And man, what a season it's been. We debuted a new lounge. We completed some fun and outrageous challenges. We had the opportunity to get to know some of our area's amazing entertainers. And we had some important discussions, and we even celebrated a birthday. We did. It was Jordi's birthday over this particular season. And tonight we're going to recap some of our favorite moments. We're going to play some games. And we'll give you some updates about what to expect for our next season. I think we're going to really knock it out of the park on this one. Joining me here in the lounge is 2/3 of the Destruction crew, the splendiferous Ms. Jordan Taylor. Splendiferous. And the bad bitch herself, Ms. Ellie Brock. Woo! Thank you so much, ladies, for being here with me tonight. And thank you so much for tuning in live with us this evening on Facebook and YouTube. Please subscribe and follow us where applicable while you're out there doing that thing. Before we jump into the show on this rainy evening, it's important to note that today is the official start of hurricane season. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know where that button is. You think after how many times we've done this, but that is right. And we actually have a storm that's out there looming. It's probably going to make things pretty wet for us here this weekend. But here in the lounge, the hurricanes are flowing, and it's our cocktail of the week. Let's get to it. The hurricane is our cocktail of the week this evening. And this was actually suggested by our friend Paul from the Drums and Rums podcast. We have this rummy tropical drink, and it's pretty easy to make. You do 2 parts light rum, 2 parts dark rum. You do 1 part orange juice, 1 part passion fruit. Now, there are many ways of making the hurricane. This is just the way that I've discovered. You throw in some simple syrup, some grenadine, and you shake it all in ice, and you pour it in a nice tall hurricane glass, and then that's what you have here. Jordan opted out on this one.
Ours is compliments of Royal Caribbean.
Oh yes, Royal Caribbean, our newest sponsor.
Yep.
Thank you, Royal Caribbean. To be fair, they give you these. You can take these with you when you go.
I didn't steal these ones.
All right, for once in your life.
Yeah.
But cheers, ladies. Cheers to you out there. Happy hurricane season. Oh, man. And the thing about hurricanes, the drink that is that you expect it to be this very, fruity punch drink, but it's really not.
It's a lot of rum.
There's a lot of rum in there, and it'll put you on your butt. Jordan.
And we have a whole pitcher.
And we have a whole pitcher. Well, half a pitcher now.
True.
We're working our way through that one. The big glasses really help. You guys, be sure to join us each Wednesday next season for our Shot of the Week or Cocktail of the Week by visiting our website at jncpodcast.com. And you can see what we're planning there. And, of course, get everything that you need delivered to your door by our friends at Drizzly. That's right. Well. I got to be part of a very interesting podcast thing last night. I was at a place called Vintage Wine and Charcuterie down in Queso, Florida. And I was invited there by Paul from Drums and Rums. And the owner of Vintage had kind of approached Paul about doing this live podcast takeover at the venue. So, Paul reached out to me and was like, hey, what are you doing? You want to come out? And I was like, sure, let's, I'd love to come out and see what it's all about. What do you want to do? And Paul's like, I have no idea. So they got together and they kind of, put together this concept of come up and tell your story and you get a free beer. So almost like podcast roulette for a podcast host. You know, you don't know,
Podcast karaoke.
yeah, you know, you don't have any idea who your guest is going to be or what story they're going to tell, you know, so you're kind of like going off into the deep end. And so I was like, all right, this sounds crazy, just so crazy it might work. So we go. First of all, Vintage, super cool place. You walk in the front door and I don't, it's like, I don't even know, like it's like vintage furniture everywhere. No pun intended, or all the puns intended. But there's like, it's just like little, there's not really tables, but like little living room areas. So there's like chairs and couches and like center tables. And it's just this whole place loaded with, and they have a nice stage. They have music there all the time. And so this was just something they wanted to try to do different. So we set up, we go do our thing. Our very first guest that came and talked to us is James Noble from Noble, the Noble Beer Company. And they're out of West Palm Beach. And he brought some beers for us to try. He told us the story of Noble. It was really a wonderful podcast, or a wonderful story. And we talked a little bit about music and supporting local. And right on the cans of his beers say support live music or support local live music. And I thought that was very nice. So super cool guy. Then we had a couple that were there, and they were shy at first, you guys. They were shy. And they didn't know even what story they would tell if they came up to tell it, right? And so I started, kind of hitting them with questions. Are you guys married? How long have you been married? Did you have a lackluster engagement or was it cool? And they were like, no, it was really special. I was like, come on up and tell us this engagement story. So they came up, and it was Lucy Forrest of Caldwell Realty, and her husband Robert. And they came up and they told us this wonderful story about how they got engaged, and he basically dragged her through the woods.
Oh God!
On a hiking trip to a waterfall, and like found this big, nice flat boulder and proposed to her, and it was perfect. It was beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
She told it a lot more eloquently than I did, but we made plenty of jokes about, at what point do you turn them back and
Right.
and say, nope, I'm definitely not doing this. Really lovely couple, and that was a lot of fun. And then finally, or not even finally, our next guest, we had four groups of people, I suppose, come up and talk to us. Was a local DJ, and I can't remember his DJ name, but his name is Brett, and he told us his whole story. He gave us like a backstory on house music and breakdancing, and that breakdancing is becoming an Olympic sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that fascinating. So I learned something new at this event. How incredible is that, right? And so we got to learn so much about that. And then Dave, the owner of Vintage, came up and talked to us a little bit about, that place is his dream. And it was just, it went from an event that I was so nervous about because I really genuinely had no idea what I was getting into, to something I'm so glad that I said yes to, because it was so heartwarming to hear people's stories, and all I had to do was give them beer for it. And it was really, really, really nice. And at one point we got a beer for it, so that was even better. And it was truly a wonderful night. And Paul, thank you so much for inviting me out there for that. Truly appreciate that. Yay, Paul. Which leads me to let you know that, oh, geez, Jordan.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Everything okay over there?
I think it is now.
She's cut off. No more hurricanes.
No more hurricanes for you. So, we'll get obviously more into this as it progresses, but on the break, Paul and I have a lot of interesting things that we're pulling together and combining forces of our podcast empires, I suppose. Maybe villages at the moment, but we're gonna make it an empire, and really bring you some cool, interesting new content and interesting new ways to deliver it to you. So not trying to break the mold, but maybe like destroy it in certain ways. Make it an unrecognizable. So, but thank you, Paul, again for that wonderful experience. That was a great time. So. End of season 3. I feel like this was the first time that we had a proper season where I wasn't just like, you know what, I think I'm done. Like it was always calculated that there was going to be like around this many. I thought maybe we'd do a couple more, but I thought at the start of a new month it would be a good time to take a little break. And yeah, what a whirlwind. I feel like this was the most diverse in terms of what we were doing that we've done to date, in terms of, we hit all the marks. We had music, we did challenges, we had really in-depth discussions that were important. I believe they were important to me. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on season 3?
I think it went by really fast. I feel bad. I wasn't here for a lot of it.
That's true.
So I feel like I missed a lot as far as like the experience of it. I've watched most of the shows back, but
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
'cause you were here in spirit.
Yeah, always.
So it did go by.
It did go by really fast.
I was the only one that was here the whole time. Really. We don't want to do that again.
And we've still learned nothing.
Yeah.
The truth is, there's always a ghost in the machine. What about you,
Right.
Jordi? How did you feel about season 3?
It was fine.
Oh, great.
Yeah. it was good. No, I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
so moving right up. Just kidding.
I've had better.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so to your point, what has been your favorite season so far? We've only had 3, so there's only a few choices. First season was really, really long.
That's true. I don't know. They've all been good. I don't know.
I really did
I don't
enjoy
know.
season 2. Like, I love this lounge, but there was something special about the old lounge, the garage chic, and
Yeah.
the hiding all the weird garage stuff behind curtains. We're still doing that here, but like, it was different. I don't know.
It's that feeling where you like just make a baby and like it's just so new and you don't know what to do and you learn all the way, and then the baby then becomes like a teenager and you're just like, I still love it, but not the same way.
So is this the new baby here, this lounge?
It's a teenager. This lounge
This
is the
lounge
teenage
is the
stage.
teenager. So
Yeah.
it's the old lounge.
The old lounge is still the baby.
The baby. Why are you not following the story, Brad?
I don't. Oh, because it was so horrendous. Is that where you're going with it?
No.
Oh,
I meant that was like our beginning.
You have to be
So
a
it's
wannabe
always-
mother to understand, okay?
Well, no, because I'm not. But
woman to understand.
no, I mean, it's just like the start of something. So like it always has like a little place in your heart, and no place is ever going to mean as much.
Yeah, it was the baby. And now
I
it's
got
a
it
shitty
now.
teenager.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we have clean lines and white walls here, and
Yeah.
it's like and nice tile.
Yeah.
Doesn't turn your feet black every day.
Yeah.
It's nice, but it's not that grungy like startup, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go back to that one day.
Just spread
never-
a little dirt on the floor.
You never know. You never know. Oh, that's awesome. Somebody in the Dawn in the comments there on our Facebook page, he mentioned that Pierce Cider is now managing Tipsy Tiki in Fort Pierce. So you know what they say: if you can't beat them, join them. And so John and the team and out there have expanded to the Tipsy Tiki, and where they have free reign to have live music as often as they
Oh,
like.
yeah, because Pure Cider was the one that was having those issues,
That's
right?
correct. Yeah.
And
So
they're going to have it 7 days a week.
Yep. So they're
Nice.
still, obviously Pierce and them are still trying to figure out their dynamic there when it comes to live music. They still want to have it in some capacity, but they've been doing really well with their kind of sideshow attractions. I believe that they had a magic, like table magic guy come by and like do magic tricks tableside. They recently did a lip sync battle after their Kill the Keg event, where our friend Marissa actually was victorious with what was the song that she did, Jordan?
You're welcome. From Moana,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Moana.
Is it called You're Welcome?
I think so.
I mean,
don't
it
know.
was said
The Moana
over and
song.
over again.
Yeah, that's kind of the title I was getting from it.
But yeah, so
But it was
very
hilarious.
very excited to see what they bring into Tipsy Tiki. I know that they are honoring at least the rest of June's current bookings there, so that they're not displacing any other bands that might have had dates there. But then they'll start doing their own thing. I'm sure bringing in their tribute acts and their regional acts that they've been doing or had been doing at Pierce. So it's going to be it's a great spot. It's a great spot there.
Well, good
Tipsy
for them.
Tiki. Yeah. Congratulations, Don. Thanks for bringing that up. Appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, you guys. To season 3 here. I'm gonna say a cheers. Cheers to season 3 JNC podcast coming to an end. Just a little recap. We had plenty of entertainers on the show. We had we our very first entertainers here in the lounge was, of course, the Killbillies, and they were amazing. And I can't believe that we fit a whole band in here. And to the point we never did it again. We've not ever done it again. It's a much smaller space than the last lounge, but
Yeah.
But it was great. We had Kevin McLaughlin out here running that sound, so it sounded great. Those guys were super cool. We have a couple clips from their episode coming up tonight. We had Rivercat here. We had Dave Balin. Who else do we have in the studio? Kevin McLaughlin, of course. We had Arrowant, and their amazing story, and they're such a cool jam band. Who else was in this season? Anybody help me out?
We had Gullet, but they didn't play music, but we had them in the
we did.
lounge.
Yeah, the from up north,
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Yeah, cool guys. That's where we played the fuck game.
Yeah.
And if you missed that episode, it's not what you think.
Yeah. True. Or maybe it is.
Maybe it is. You never know. You have to go back and watch. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And next season, there's going to be more of that. But I'm going to bring it to... And Will Goulet. Yep. Don said Will Goulet, of course. He was on here, and he meant business. So he was here for that. But... and Sandman Sleeps, they were here. I didn't remember because they were wearing masks for most of the time. But no, seriously. And if we forgot anybody, I'll remember by the end of the night. And then, of course, all the challenges that we did were a lot of fun. And we ate some bugs. That was interesting.
Some of you ate some
bugs. We might have been eating bugs tonight if Derek wasn't out sick.
Thank you, Derek.
Yes. I mean, they're here. If you want to go and shout out.
No.
Jordan, I know you like your.
Derek.
I know you like your mid show snacks.
I know.
Cover
I
with
left it
little
inside.
ants, like it's caviar.
Yeah.
But no, totally a great time. So we have some clips from everybody's favorite moments. So I guess we'll just dive right into that. We'll start with Ellie. What was your favorite moment of season 3 here on the JNC podcast?
So, I mean, I wasn't here for a lot of them. Everyone that I was on was amazing. Like, I always have a bunch of fun. But probably the most fun I had was the family game night and Pictionary.
Yes. That was so recently.
Yeah. Well, I think it was just because it was just us just having a good time, like, and you guys are my favorite people. So, yeah. So, like, just being able to do, something that we love and enjoy, which is doing this podcast every week. And every time I can't make it, like, I feel bad, like, I want to be here. Just like I know Derek is probably, like, feels the same way today,
Well, he feels a lot worse.
True. But anytime he has to miss it, like, I know he's disappointed, But yeah, Pictionary was a lot of fun. That was probably the drunkest I've ever been on the podcast.
I believe that was the first. Wasn't that the first night that I introduced the pictures?
That was the first picture night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely idea.
Yeah, it seems to be going pretty well all around.
But yeah, no, that was really, really fun. I think it was just a fun episode, not only for us, but for people that were watching live.
Oh yeah, and they were guessing, and
see our horrible drawings, and just to like. I love watching like bloopers and stuff where people are just like genuinely having fun, and I think that was the vibe that night, and it was awesome.
It was awesome. I do have a clip of that that I'm going to play, and you also had violent hiccups that night. Do you remember?
I really did, and they lasted the entire night.
It was so crazy. All right, so let's let's take a peek at just a few weeks ago. This was us playing Pictionary. This is Ellie's favorite moment. Here we go.
What the fuck is that, Jordan?
I think I know
A
what
bush?
it is.
Big head is in the way. I can't see it.
Weed?
What is it, Brad?
It's a sprinkler.
What the
It is
fuck?
a sprinkler.
It was really bad. I'm sorry. I saw it going better in my head than it actually
I'm
did.
going to go real quick here and draw something terrible.
Yeah, there's a lot of lines.
All right,
it was
what's
very
the-
aggressive.
Oh,
What's
no.
the score?
Oh no, we're down by 1.
Wow. Thank you for showcasing my art again, by the way.
It was chaos like that the whole night. It was out of control. Like,
The loudest hiccups.
Oh,
my
my God. I couldn't stop. Okay, so like backstory, like when mom was pregnant with me, she told me all the time that I got hiccups all the time when she was pregnant with me. And I've always gotten hiccups. Like I get hiccups sometimes just drinking water too fast. Like it's awful. And when I drink sometimes, and I haven't drank a lot of water, which I was telling Jordan earlier that I haven't drank a lot of water recently, I get violent hiccups and they are awful.
well, yeah, there's plenty of water on the table there for you. So,
yeah,
no,
no,
feel free to
I'm
sip
well
some.
hydrated today, so let's kill this pitcher.
Nice. Sounds good.
She wants the real hiccups today. The liquor hiccups.
Liquor hiccups.
Liquor hickers.
Liquor hickers. Oh, yes.
I think that's a winner.
That's a new saying.
So Jordan,
You're welcome.
what was your favorite or one of your favorite moments of season 3 here?
Oh, well, because I'm an incredibly unselfish person, I would say my favorite moment was my birthday episode, of course. Because it was so darn adorable. I had all the swag. I had a pinata. I got to
It was a day all about her.
accidentally, yeah,
Yes.
about me, and I got to accidentally beat up
Everyone.
everyone.
Well, I have a clip of that.
No one was safe.
No one
from
was
my
safe.
wrath.
You put a blindfold on her and a stick in her hand, and yeah,
I'm a
it's
lunatic.
complete lunatics. So here is a this is a clip of Jordan.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, beat the shit out of a pinata. Enjoy. Fantastic. All right, you guys. So we got Anthony and Derek are holding this pinata. This is the scariest thing ever. We were very quickly, we realized the original plan was not going to work very well. So we're gonna count to 3 and get Jordan to just whack this thing.
Should have gave Steve a smack with it.
I think the spin is what did it for you.
Yeah, well, he's spinning a lot. I was like, okay,
Oh, God. Yo!
Anthony.
Oh Jesus! Don't hit it like a girl! Oh my God! That.
Put some muscle in it.
Oh God!
I'm very impressed that you got it like
So many
with the
times.
first swing. Yeah, like you knew where it was.
Yeah, just couldn't make a dent.
You're doing great, Jordan. Keep up the good work.
For real, that is a bitch.
What do they say in the signs movie? Swing away.
Oh.
It's fallen to the ground. Get it.
Break the whole thing off.
Oh!
Leave it to the Bruce to explode my
The destruction,
pinata for
the
me.
madness. That was a great episode. It's so crazy the
Ridiculous.
even just the evolution of our lounge here. Just from that episode, that was April, right? Or March. beginning of March.
Wow.
When is
I
her
don't know.
birthday, Brad?
Yeah.
April 23rd. That
Whatever he wants it
that
to
sounds
be.
about right. No, beginning of March. Yeah. Wow. Oh gosh, that seems so long ago now.
It was so long ago. now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lounge was so much different back then.
It
Yeah.
has lots of transformations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brad
There's
is with it. You are the same way with the lounge how I am with like my upstairs office, which has been rearranged probably 20 times in the 3 years I've been in my house because it's never quite right.
Well, I will say,
But
like,
see, then it's hilarious. Oh, you're probably going to say the same thing. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, please.
No, you go ahead.
Do me the service.
Oh, I was just going to say, that's funny because he changes the lounge so much, but you change one other thing anywhere else in the house and he's not about it. Does not respond well to change.
Hey, it's
You're
fine.
coming around. You're coming around.
I will say that the lounge has been this way
For
for
a while, yeah.
for a couple of months now. But definitely longer than it has been in any other
Yeah.
situation.
True.
I like it. However, things are changing for season 4, so there's going to be it's not going to be big changes, but there'll be some differences that I'm actually very excited about. But we'll get to that in a moment because now it's my turn, and you guys had some pretty recent. Well, I'm doing a throwback. I'm going all the way back to episode 2 of this season, and this was when the Killbillies were on with us, and I was putting Hector through the Lipton tea interview. And we always ask a question, what job would you not want to do under any circumstance? And his answer was hilarious in itself. But then James from Killbillies made a comment that made us all roar. And I'm going to share that particular clip with you guys here in just a moment. Where is it here? Yeah, hilarious. The Killbillies. Enjoy. Hector, what job would you not do under any circumstance?
Yeah. Under any circumstance, huh? Maybe garbage man, I guess.
God, that's a common one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think people just try to think like the dirtiest job they can think. Oh, wait, I take it back. A fluffer on gay porn.
Yeah, see, there
Right?
you go. Yeah.
I can't do it. Sorry.
I can't even do it to myself.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
It's a tragedy in many ways. These hands are too calloused. I can't even get it in.
Notice how he didn't say it like he wouldn't be a fluffer. He just designated that it was only if only all guys were there. It didn't have to stop. If he'd still fluff a dude if a woman was involved. He just wouldn't do it if there was 2 guys.
Yep.
Well, it's not gay if there's a woman involved, right?
Nope, it's just business.
It's not gay.
Gotta
if there's
look
a
him dead
woman
in the
there.
eye and say, "This isn't personal. It's business."
Right. Can I go back to my favorite job idea?
Oh my God. See, but these guys are going out there. They're going to record new music, and they're doing a little tour also. So we'll keep you posted on that on our Facebook page. But that was one of my favorite moments because they caught me off guard. It's not very often people catch me off guard here on the show, but that was hilarious. Yeah. So thank you all that were involved as guests and otherwise here on the show. We really appreciate it.
Others can chime in with their favorite moment.
Yes, if you're tuning in live with us, please share your favorite moment.
Brad might have the clip pulled up.
It's true. I might be able to pull it up.
Yeah. Especially if it's the same
in a
as one of
flash.
our 3 favorites.
Yeah, especially so. But so what's everybody doing? And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, both of you, and Derek too, for sharing your Wednesday evenings with me so very often. Well, now that you're going to have them back for a few weeks, what are you guys going to do? What are you going to do, Ellie?
Prepare for season 4.
Oh,
Yes.
good answer, you studious little whippersnapper.
Very smart.
I want to be more involved and be able to be here more often.
Yeah. It's there's going to be a lot more planning because this was, like we had just moved to a new house. We were unsure about our leaky lounge. There was a lot of variables getting comfortable here, but now we are comfy. And so now we have to change everything.
Of course.
So it's gonna be very cool, and we have a lot of very cool interactive things coming. What about you, Jordi?
I'm gonna rage hard and go to bed at 9. Right when the Jordi files would start, usually.
Exactly. Yeah. As for me, it's gonna be not much is gonna change for me aside from not pressing the play button. I'm still gonna be burning the midnight oil. Like I said, working with Paul, working with a few other people on pulling together a lot of new content, interesting stuff. I'm gonna go try to be out on location and record some things and talk to some people that I wouldn't necessarily have an opportunity to, and be able to present that here on the show, and really kind of dig into local. And I don't feel like we've strayed from local from the beginning of the show. Certainly, we've incorporated more into the show than we did in the old days. All the old days. All the old season 1 days, the first 100 episodes. But I kind of want to make sure that while we do incorporate all of these worldly things, that we kind of circle back, and I plan to do a lot of that on this season, and hopefully have some other people involved. So very exciting stuff all around. So yeah, now that we're kind of tapping on that, so next season is going to be just like I said. It's going to be not so much of us sitting here as it is, presenting things to you that we've done out there in the world, locally and otherwise. So we were even just discussing one interesting thing that we might be getting into if we can get Jordan involved, or Jordan on board. No pun intended there. Got to get her on board to get her off board. But anyway, more on that to come. Moron. But yeah, so
You guys can do that. I'll go to Croatia.
What?
I don't even know what that means. But okay.
You know what it means. You know
can
what it means.
go to Croatia.
And you do what you're trying to talk about.
All right, Jordan had one drink.
You can do the thing.
You can do the thing, man.
Do the damn thing.
All right. Well, we've had actually quite a bit happening in the entertainment world, so let's dive into the Treasure Coast's most dependable discount news outlet. This is the Jordi Files. All right. We are here in the Jordi Files, and man, I really did not do it well this week. I was really not all together there. I think we're good now.
It was very moving for you.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah, a lot of tears to dry.
Yes. Well, I do cry every day, so
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
it's good to have a nice, healthy cry, like at least 6 or 7 times a day.
Really helps the day go by, doesn't it?
What do we got going on out there?
Well, Brad, I guess we'll start with our birthdays like we always do.
Oh, good. Maybe we'll
Yes.
shake that up in the next season.
Next season. Yeah.
All right. Who's old as shit today?
Well, the oldest shit today is legendary actress, model, and singer Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
She would have been 96 today.
Old as hell.
Dang. But she sadly passed away at only 36 years old in 1962.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, she's been gone longer than many of us and our parents were even alive.
Yeah.
That's something interesting.
Crazy. Legendary singer, actor, spokesman, motivational speaker, so on and so forth. Pat Boone is 88 years old today.
Pat Boone, 88 years old today.
88.
Man.
He was the second biggest charting artist of the late 50s behind Elvis himself.
Oh, nice.
Arguably the best narrator voice in history, besides myself. Academy Award-winning actor Morgan Freeman is 85 today.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, I guess he has been like 70 for
I feel like
30
he's
years.
he's
so
been
I don't know.
old since he started in this game.
Oh, that's...
You wasn't that old and driving Miss Daisy. 85, guys. That's crazy.
That's sad. I think I just...
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Morgan Freeman.
Wow.
Right.
That one hurt.
What I
Model.
meant to say was, happy Morgan. Merry birthday, Freeman.
Okay.
Does he say that?
Nobody says that. I dyslexed my words all up.
It sounded nice, though. Okay.
Was that a pretty good Morgan Freeman?
It was
No.
decent.
Was that a pretty good Morgan Freeman?
No.
Model, TV host, and businesswoman Heidi Klum is turning 49 years old today.
Oh, wow.
Clocking in at 48 years old today is singer-songwriter, actress, and Canadian treasure, Alanis Morissette.
Oh, Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Swimming
she's a lover.
in my belly.
She's a... Oh.
I don't think that was...
That was
Alanis.
Meredith Brooks. But good on you for trying to say that you were old enough to know who Alanis Morissette is.
Oh, was I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna
Anyway.
miss the Jordi file.
I'll work on actually knowing what I'm talking about next season.
Yeah. Maybe just
We all have goals.
Maybe just glance over it once before you
Yeah,
just
give it a once
dive
over.
into the read. Like, I'm going to get her a teleprompter. I want to get her a teleprompter, but I don't think it's going to help.
Oh, God.
Way too small.
That's... I hear that a lot.
Celebrating her 40th birthday today is Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter Brandi Carlile.
Yay.
Is she the one that won the country stuff? Singer? Lady?
Yeah, she's the one that won the country stuff. Good job.
That we watched?
I mean, she won a Grammy, so that's nice.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, we're playing hardball here. English actor Tom Holland is 26 years old today.
Oh, the
He's-
baby.
He's our baby. He's best known for his role as Spider-Man.
And dating Zendaya.
And dating Zendaya.
Oh, is he
Is it
Zendaya?
Zendaya or Zendaya?
Zendaya.
Zendaya? Okay.
I just watched.
Sundial.
I just
Sundial.
watched all 3 of his Spider-Man films.
I hear they're really good. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, so.
I enjoyed it. I thought that he was. He was a very good Spider. I thought.
Did you watch the one where it was all 3 of them?
Yeah, that was the third one, the third installment.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that one, but I thought that I should
Watch
do
all the other
diligence
ones.
and
Yeah.
see what's going on. And I'm glad I did because they the films actually are only within a week of each other. It took years, but in the
Yeah.
storyline, it's literally at least the second and the third one. There's a week between the 2 films on the timeline. Anyway,
That's interesting.
but it was good. I really enjoyed them. I thought he was a very good Spider-Man because, Andrew Garfield, I thought was a little too cool to be Spider-Man. Damn.
Tobey Maguire was a little too uncool.
No, he was too old.
Wait, so both of those people you just said were Spider-Man after Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
What, do they have a new fucking Spider-Man every 4 years?
Yeah,
It's just like
thankfully-
Batman.
Yeah.
Do they have that many Batmans?
Oh,
There-
there's a lot of Batman.
It's
There's
still
a
not
lot.
Christian Bale? Or
Christian
Bale?
No, it's not.
Bale?
There have been several since him.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson is the newest Batman.
Oh, God.
Ben Affleck was even a Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, but then you had George Clooney was a Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Val Kilmer was a Batman. Adam West, obviously the original Batman.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was a Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Who else was Batman? That might be it.
I think that's it.
If we're wrong out there, chime in.
Yeah.
Let us know who else was Batman.
Tell us all the Batmans.
Twas Batman.
So who have they had the most of? Like Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Oh, no.
There's been quite a few Supermans too.
Yeah. If you include
Probably
television
Batman.
also.
Yeah.
No, just
I feel like there's been more
actors.
Batman than anything
Batman.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely been a lot of Batmans. Batman?
Batman.
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 But yeah, and you know, like, I guess the film's been out for a year now. If you've not watched it, just tune out for a minute. But yeah, you know, they all like, it was kind of cool to see the three Spider-Man actors come together, and you know, they played on it a little bit, and you know, it was
Were they all Spider-Men in the movie?
yes.
That's weird.
So it's the multiverse. So like,
So anything can happen.
a lot of stuff got jumbled up. It was very cool. It was a cool movie if you followed all the films.
I
up
think
until
that's
now.
a neat idea, though, to bring all the like previous actors together to play the same person.
It was wildly.
I feel like they're
it was
all funny
wildly
too.
fan serving.
Yeah.
And I ate it up. I loved it. I really did, genuinely. So yeah, Tom Holland, 26. My God,
Baby.
baby. Nice. Well, happy birthday, everybody. Oh, there was one. We didn't mention it was late. Actually, we have a few other birthdays. I want to mention Ronnie Wood, of course, of the Rolling Stones, is 75 today. And I want to send a happy birthday out to Jimmy Murphy of our very own 56 Ace Band, celebrating a birthday today. We love you, Jimmy. And our good friend Bob Howard is celebrating a birthday today. So, yes, happy birthday. Party like it's your birthday. We're gonna sip.
I will let it be known for the record, too. Alanis Morissette did sing I'm a Bitch, I'm a Lover. I am Googling it, and she has a cover of it. So
A cover. Okay.
she still sings it.
Probably because everybody thought it was her.
Yeah.
Probably
That
because
did it originally.
Meredith Brooks is an imposter. Who is that? One hit wonder.
I think she was a one-hit wonder, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure that was her only hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Alanis stole it from her.
Bubby, thank you for tuning in.
Oh,
He said
hi.
happy finale over there on YouTube. I appreciate it, man.
Hi, Bobby.
Um,
So that's one strike off the record. For
All
me.
right, all
Okay, I'm
right.
down to like
Hey.
4 now.
No
That's
one
fine.
saw that, but that was amazing.
What happened?
I had an ice cube that didn't make it into the glass, but then made it into my other glass.
And didn't tip over?
You know what? There's evidence. I can pull the instant replay later.
Holy.
Nice, good job.
Couldn't do that
I'm
again.
a wizard.
I'm a gosh darn ice cube genius
Looks
here.
like we got some sad news here. I guess we'll start with the sad news.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brad.
Oh, well, we did. I guess I'll take this one. We did have some departures. I don't have. Maybe I do have images of them.
Young departures. Pretty
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, I don't feel like I put my images in like I was supposed to.
Whoops.
Whoopsie-daisy. Let me see. Where are we here? Yeah, Andy Fletcher, co-founder of Depeche Mode, sadly passed away at 60 years old, which is very, very young. Of course, a longtime member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. He served as the group's connecting tissue for decades. Andy Fletcher, one of the founding members of rock and roll band Depeche Mode, has died. The untimely passing was announced over the band's social accounts, with the group stating that they are shocked and filled with overwhelming sadness. With their bandmate's death, he was only 60 years old, so
Ooh.
rest in peace, Andy Fletcher. And it only gets worse, guys. Alan White, a longtime drummer of the band Yes, just died at 72 this week. He said that the news shocked and stunned the entire Yes family. He died at 72 after a short illness, and they announced that, of course, on May 26th, which was the day after last Thursday. Alan had been looking forward to the forthcoming UK tour to celebrate his 50th anniversary with the band and their iconic Close to the Edge album, where Alan's journey with Yes began in 1972, which is 50 years ago, as we mentioned. So they shared the band shared a photo on Instagram and said that they also just celebrated 40th anniversary of his marriage to his wife Gigi, and they said that he passed away peacefully at home. So Ceylon Alan White. And outside of the music world, I'm shooketh at this news, but Ray Liotta, dead at 67. Of course, I came to know him from Goodfellas, but he's been, in plenty of other roles. He was working apparently on the movie Dangerous Waters in the Dominican Republic when he died in his sleep. And he was actually engaged. And he has a 23-year-old daughter, Carson. And just sad all around. Well, Ceylon, Ray Liotta.
Yes.
All right. Well, on to some happier news, shall we? Jordan, what do you got?
We shall. I guess Panic at the Disco is returning with a new album, Viva Las Vengeance, due out in August.
I loved them when they came out.
I
Same.
love
them.
Panic at the Disco.
Everything.
And Brendan Urie, just genius.
Yep. So
My little emo girl heart.
same.
Yeah, let me tell
The
you what.
longest song titles in the world.
Oh my God.
Like life-changing song. What was that song called? I Write Sins, Not Tragedies.
Yeah.
That video was so well done, and the performance on that record of that, it was just. I think I had it on my as a ringtone on my Razr flip phone.
Oh dear.
Aging ourselves.
Yeah, or it was my ringback tone or something.
On your
You guys
Razr.
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan. We all know that you're an infant, okay? So, carry on. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I'm just anyway. It arrives August 19th.
Nice.
So,
Very soon.
yes, this Viva Las Vengeance is a look back at who Brandon was 17 years ago and who he is now. So that should be interesting.
Nice.
And
Yeah, because I guess he's kind of like holding the torch himself these days.
yeah, he doesn't need those other fools.
Yeah,
He's so talented, too.
isn't Panic at the Disco just him now?
Yeah.
It is
pretty
him.
much.
It's just him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was probably him most of the time anyway.
Yeah, he's amazing. Like some of his solo stuff or just acoustic stuff. Like
Yeah.
he's just
The
Death-
new one,
a
the
god.
Death of a Bachelor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even new.
Jam.
But, what was it? Didn't he do a song that was that smashed the charts pretty recently in the last 5 years? I'd say.
I think that was Death of a Bachelor.
No. It was another one. I'm forgetting it.
There's so many.
I could probably
Any
look it-
song he fucking
Jordan's
puts out
gonna look it
is
up.
just a hit.
Yeah. They do say that you can listen to Viva Las Vengeance the title track. It is now out on digital outlets, and it has an accompanying music video streaming on YouTube, so you can get a little taste of that.
Oh, it was that song? It's terrible. That High Hopes song.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
but it was a smash. Along with the album news, Panic has announced a U.S. headlining tour running from September 8th in Austin, Texas, to October 25th in San Francisco. And the tickets actually go on sale on June 10th at 10 a.m.
Any Florida dates?
I don't know. I don't have the dates up here, but I'm sure
Well, let's just see,
Jordan's going to find him.
shall we? So we
Yeah.
can all go together. All of us dingy Floridians.
Yes. Dingy.
I feel like that would be an amazing concert, though.
Right?
I
It'd
feel like
probably
he
be very
puts on
good to
a
see
really
him.
good
How
show. He's
nostalgic.
very animated.
And he has to do the oldies too.
Oh, yeah,
so
for
just,
sure.
We'd cry
Yeah.
for sure.
And he's so hot.
yeah.
Well, there's that too.
He is a cutie.
Jordan's looking up the dates now.
We are. Although their website is wildly not simple here.
All of our JNC fans are just,
Yeah, just
flooding the
waiting,
website
yeah.
right now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to that. I
All
don't
right.
even think that they're up there.
That's fine. I'll put a link to the
Well,
story.
yeah.
You can. By the way, you guys, if you find any of this interesting and you want to read it for yourself, you can find all of these stories on our website at jncpodcast.com. There's a music news section there, and it has all these stories in all their glory that you can scroll through and check them out.
Wait,
we literally steal them from other websites, but they're there.
Yeah.
True. But wait, that's like wildly short. September 8th to October 25th?
Yes.
Isn't that like really a short tour?
Yeah, that's basically a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe he's
or
not
2
coming
months.
here. I mean, how many can you do in a month? I mean, I guess 30 if you were really
Well,
ambitious.
if you're Victoria Lee,
Yeah,
you can play
48.
500 shows
Yeah, oh my gosh,
in 1
she's a
month.
monster.
And if you're John Prestige, you could play 9,000 shows in 1 month.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So maybe he's coming to Florida. Okay. Camila Cabello calls out very rude soccer fan that sang over her performance.
No. Read it again. Not soccer fan. Soccer fans.
Oh, fans. Sorry, plural.
Carry on, because this story is...
Yeah, when I read this, I felt some type of way.
I don't think it's funny, but it's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
And then, so we'll get through the story, and then we'll have a little talk about it.
Oh, a little talky talk.
A little talky talk.
Okay, so she headlined the 2022 UEFA Champions League final in Paris, but some soccer fans didn't seem to care and instead cheered on their respective teams as the singer performed a medley of her hits. Yeah, what else am I supposed to say about it?
So
The singer offer. Okay.
Yeah, so she immediately put out a tweet admonishing
Twitter.
and then since deleted it. She
As you do when you're wrong.
The original tweet was playing back our performance. I can't believe people were singing their team's anthem so loud during our performance. My team and I worked tirelessly for so long to bring the right vibes and give a good show. That has since been deleted. Mm-hmm. But the internet saves everything for everyone. Mm-hmm. She in the same tweet she said, very rude, but whatever. And she continued, I'm glad you guys loved it. So yeah, essentially. And then she kind of put other tweets out there after she deleted that one, just basically praising her team.
More trying to cover her ass.
But so yes. All right. So what are your thoughts on that situation?
So when I read this and I don't know, it seemed like spoiled brat energy a little bit. Cause it's soccer fans. Football fans can get rowdy, but football fans? Okay. Soccer fans are fucking wild. There's nothing that's going to stop them. If you're performing for soccer fans, you got to be prepared for that. They live and breathe for that shit.
That is true.
At that point, if you hear that, you need to stop and you need to just let them do their thing and get it out.
Or you just plow through it and you do what you're contracted to do, and then you get the fuck out of there.
Right, but you can't. You're performing in front of soccer fans.
Yeah. Well, some people may not understand the soccer fans, football.
Football.
A lot of these matches take place in Europe, and there are people here that will get up at the ass crack of dawn and start drinking to watch soccer.
Oh yeah.
They take days off of work.
Yeah.
To get up at the crack of dawn so they can watch the soccer match on the other side of the planet.
It's a wild
bars
thing.
Open at the crack of dawn in some cases here to put the game on, and people show up in their jerseys. So I guess my 2 cents on it is they are wildly loyal fans in the soccer world, and Camila Cabello is a pop star at the top of her game, which is something that soccer players or soccer fans hate in general.
They just don't
They don't
care.
want pop music. They want, if Bon Jovi would have gone out there, maybe it'd be a different
Queen
story.
or something. They need some high energy shit. Not this senorita business.
Okay. But
We need some rock music
it might have been a different story.
to
But
rage on their.
what did we have? We had a guy on here last week where we were doing the Name That Tune, man, and every song that popped up, he was like, what was his name? Black Smoke or something? I don't know. He was just like trash, horrible. He had me rolling over here. It was great. But like that sentiment, he probably loves soccer. He probably wakes up at 5 a.m. to watch soccer. It's true. So I just don't know if it was a good fit. But
Correct.
she was honored to be there, and she said that in her tweets after the fact. But I can see where she's mad. Mad into your like spoiled brat comment. Like, it's not just her, and I liked that she said her and her team work so hard. Because it wasn't just her out there singing the national anthem. Like there was a team of people, dancers, musicians, producers, tech people.
Okay. So here's my sense on it. You're a pop star. You're going to sing your hits at a soccer match, and people are chanting whatever the fuck they want. They're not like booing you off the stage. They're just having a time, right?
They're just having nothing to do with you whatsoever.
Yeah, but like, okay, you're a pop star at a soccer game. Like, do your show and get the fuck out. And like, even if you have a bad show, just like let it fucking go. Like, let it go. You had a bad show.
From all accounts, it wasn't a bad show.
Right. So just like, don't tweet about it. Just like, accept it and be like, fuck those people and move on. Like, why do you gotta tell the world?
I don't know.
Why?
Maybe she was mad.
Well,
Why do you gotta get on Twitter and tell the whole world about your bad day? Like,
Sounds to me like she needed to look at this a little differently. Maybe she should have used her imagination and thought the fans were actually cheering for her.
maybe she should have
been-
just been like, I'm
like,
performing
listen to
at
this
a
noise.
soccer match.
Well,
this is not my
They're loving
greatest
this game.
achievement.
The thing
Yeah.
is, what she mentioned in her tweet was that it wasn't until she played back the performance that she heard what was happening. Mostly because musicians,
Okay,
I'm one of
just
them. Well, listen,
Stay off the internet.
they,
Stop bitching
most of them
to the
use
world.
in-ear monitors in their ears, so they only hear what is being piped to them, not the roar of the crowd, none of this
Right,
stuff,
right.
And so she probably had no idea that it was even happening until she like you
That's
do in
even
football and you
better.
watch tape.
That's even better. Then you're just like, well, fuck those guys, and then let it go. Like, you don't tweet to the world that you're upset when
Listen.
you're a pop star.
Listen,
because
Ellie.
they are out to get you because you are a pop star.
That entire arena was very rude. Okay.
No, yeah, okay. Well, they're soccer fans, so
rude.
Every human being in there, very rude.
yeah. Well,
Even Camila.
I don't know.
Camila.
I
We're
feel
not moving
like,
on until you say it right.
I feel
Camila.
like you get to that point as an artist where if you experience that, like, just whatever. Like,
Ooh.
shrug your fucking shoulders and move on.
You're very passionate about this.
I am, because
Look
I
at
feel like
you.
so many artists nowadays are just like whining on Twitter. Like, stop. No one gives a fuck. All it's going to do is make you look bad. So the less you say about that, you have a bad performance. And if you say fucking nothing, then the media and anyone else has nothing to say about you. They will not talk about you.
Well,
Yes,
that's
but everyone must be heard.
But yeah, like it's the whole point. They
But
want
no,
to be
no,
talked
no.
about.
Because now she's going, like,
Going to
shit
make millions of dollars.
well,
That's correct.
she's going to do that regardless, right?
True.
But now she's going to have a bunch of tabloids written about her, and like it's all that mental fucking game that
and then she'll be the
paparazzi
next
plays.
Madonna.
Do you want to be the next Madonna? No one wants to be the next Madonna. Madonna's fucking psycho.
Next up on the Jordi Files is no, I'm just kidding.
I'm two
Madonna.
hurricanes deep.
No.
I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm
she's
ready to
ready.
fight.
Yeah, what did we do? What did we
No.
do, Jordan? But no.
Okay. To be fair, I'm a little hurt that she broke up with Shawn Mendes.
Oh, so the truth comes out.
Yeah.
Wow, this has gotten
It goes deep.
this is deeper. This is a
Yeah.
deep cut.
Yeah. But see, if she didn't post all her shit on social media, I wouldn't know this and I wouldn't feel passionate about it. Keep your shit private.
Yeah.
That's my advice. I'm done.
Take it down a notch.
God, I don't even know the last time I
Amen.
even logged into my Twitter.
Thank you.
I don't even. Do we have a Twitter? Does JNC have a Twitter?
I can't believe people still check Twitter. Like, I feel like if someone
I've
posted
never
something there, I would
really had a
never even
Twitter.
know anything happened.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. I don't even think I have the Twitter app installed on my cell phone.
The only
I
time
do.
I had Twitter was because it was easy to make a Twitter and connect it through Hootsuite with my Bad Bitch Bible study.
Oh yeah.
And that was it. But I was mainly active on Instagram and Facebook.
I don't even know. Anybody out there, if you check Brad Brock's one man band or Brad Brock's Twitter,
Right. Do we
Brad
have
Brock
a
Music
Twitter?
like, could you tell me what the last thing I tweeted was?
Oh, you probably
Anybody
don't
who
wanna
does
know
that, I swear to God, if you go and check my Twitter and you tell me what the last thing is that I tweeted, I'll send you a free koozie.
Yeah, I
and
kind of
some
feel like
stickers,
in an article when someone even just says, "Oh, they tweeted this," I instantly just lose respect and
Your eyes
credibility
glaze
for the
over.
Yeah,
article. I'm
like, people
how
tweet
old is
everything.
this? Like, why are we still?
All right.
Watering.
Well, I guess
Okay.
we should move on.
Anyway, yeah. Enough about the twatter. So to get talking about Vegas,
There's a lot of Vegas stories. I love it.
I think it's signs really. All signs point to Vegas. Oh, did we find it? Read it for the class.
Oh my God, when was that posted?
How long is it?
Ellie's showing me my last tweet.
The
Don't-
15th of April in 21.
so
Oh my God!
well
Brad.
over a year ago. I guess I should be back on the tweets.
Wow, that's wildly recent.
Yeah, Brad Brock is a soulful singer-songwriter compared to the sounds of Cat Stevens,
Oh.
to John Mayer and Jack Johnson.
Wow.
Wow,
The live album now streaming on Spotify.
It's not.
you think highly of
You joined October 2009.
Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Back when Twitter in the
Nothing
humble
bad.
beginnings.
No,
Dick pics or anything?
no compromising tweets.
It might get weird the further you go. Just stop scrolling. Anyway, next up on the
just stop.
on the Jordi files.
But I found it. Where's my koozie?
Yeah, hand it over.
I'm just kidding. I have like 1,000.
I was gonna say, don't you have a collection by now?
I do.
You can take some Dave Balin.
Yeah, rolling papers.
Roll-
I
papers.
have some.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah.
good. So
Continue on.
to get in shape for Vegas, Katy Perry says she has to let go of the Taco Bell.
Idiot.
Idiot. Katy Perry returns to Las Vegas Friday night for more shows in her play residency. Does everyone have a residency nowadays?
I feel like we should go to
My
Vegas for a
God.
month and just hit every show.
We need to live there.
Well, yeah.
Can we just move there?
Anybody want to sponsor this
I've been
trip?
trying to plant the seed with Brad.
I
but
know.
he's
Can
not
we just
having
move
it.
to Vegas?
Or outside of it? I hear Hendersonville's very nice.
Oh, I have many friends.
I have the driest skin in the
With
world
it.
there, but I would suck it up. I would get daily nosebleeds for it.
Yeah, for real. I
True.
would have to like literally
Cracked ass
bathe
knuckles.
in Lubriderm,
Yeah.
which isn't to say that I don't already do
Yeah,
that.
it's not the worst thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're moving to Vegas, season 4.
Yeah.
Season 4, moving to Vegas. Maybe
Live
season
from
5.
Vegas. Oh, okay. As long as it's in the future. She'll perform through June 11th, take a break, and then return for more shows in July and August, with more shows expected to be announced later this year.
So basically, we're never going to see Katy Perry anywhere else ever again
But Vegas.
but Vegas.
Right.
Everybody is Elvis now.
Yeah. But
Brilliant.
Katie says she can't just breeze into Sin City and get on the stage. She says she's got to work up to it. So
So she's getting rid of Taco Bell.
she's given Taco Bell the axe.
Well,
And
good for her.
yeah.
It's kind of cute that she named her daughter Daisy.
I didn't even know she had a daughter.
Yeah,
Daisy
she was
Bloom.
so pregnant, like just ages ago.
Oh, I thought she just got.
Yeah, she named her
No,
Daisy.
it was like a year ago.
She named her Daisy Dove. You know her song, like that Daisy song that she does. Daisies, daisies, daisies.
No, I don't know that.
Or was
I
that
don't
about
listen to Katy
daisies, or
Perry.
was that about her daughter?
No, it was before.
I'm sorry.
her daughter.
Is her daughter's name Daisy Dove Bloom?
I don't know if it's.
Wait, does she have the baby with Orlando Bloom?
That is correct.
Oh.
Oh wow. She goes on to say, she said, after I had my daughter, the song spoke to me in a different way. And I'm assuming that it's the song Daisy. She said, I feel like Daisy has given me the greatest love of all, and I find it now in my family life.
Oh, sweet.
It's cute.
I love Katy Perry.
Yeah, man, she's dope.
She's cool.
Yeah. John Mayer, idiot.
Yeah.
Then again, Jordan.
Russell Brand, idiot.
Yeah, like, okay, out of the three,
Oh, God, don't ask me this.
Russell Brand,
Shoot,
Orlando
kill,
Bloom.
Oh,
murder.
God. They're so, like, she's got a type.
She
Holy
does.
shit.
They're all so unfortunate.
I just
looking.
realized
They're
that.
all dark and stormy.
Yeah.
Been hit by a
Wow.
freight train.
I
sorry,
feel like
sorry, guys, if you're listening.
I feel like out of all of them, though, Orlando Bloom is probably the most like.
Oh, really? I'm going to say John Mayer just because he's got like
Yeah, but John Mayer is
that
troubled,
voice.
and I feel
Troubled.
like I feel like what the fuck is his name? Russell Brand is also troubled, and like Orlando Bloom is a little more
less troubled.
less troubled.
Yeah, she's so. Yeah, she could hashtag do better.
Okay. Well, when you get a chance to meet her and talk to her all about
I'll
it,
let her know.
you'll let her know.
When we move to Vegas and
Yeah,
we're
right?
hanging out with Katy Perry
Yeah. Oh my God, this
and Brendan Urie.
Yeah, she used to party at Old Miss because I guess her and I missed her by one football game when I went there for tailgating because I guess her manager he went to Old Miss, so she would go to the football games sometimes, do the hottie toddy chant
nice. That's
or
great.
something, etc. Okay. Anyway, so in addition to her show, what show?
The
the
Vegas
show,
show?
the Vegas show, right?
There you
right.
go.
Katie
And we're back.
also has American Idol, her shoe line. Did we know she had a shoe line? Does she go up to a size
Yeah,
11?
her shoes are actually really cute. I'm not gonna
anything
lie.
anything like Shoe Nice? You guys know about Shoe Nice?
No.
No.
That's the guy that like drinks whole bottles of
Oh, that
liquor
guy,
and
yeah.
eats like weird stuff. You never heard of Shoe Nice? He's like a
No.
viral YouTuber. And like the very first Shoe Nice video that I ever saw was him in a public library, and he opened a whole bottle of Fireball and he smashed it
Oh my god.
and then walked out.
Okay.
But yeah, like that. I guess that's his thing. Like he
When
does-
Jordan's done, can we talk about American Idol for a second?
Oh, they're on like season 84.
Well, no, just
Oh.
Okay, let's
I
get through
have
this article.
I have opinions.
Oh God.
All right. I think we
Wait,
only
I want
have
to look at the
Okay,
shoe line. Okay, wait, but she said it's Okay, so I guess
Jordan Wood.
she
Jordan
has-
just got shoes in the mail today. I intercepted them.
Yeah.
Tried them on. Love them.
Try
I mean,
them
it's
on.
exciting when you find shoes in your size. Okay.
Fucking Bigfoot over here.
I know the struggle is real. So I guess she does moral of the story. She does American Idol. She has the shoe line. She also has a line of non-alcoholic beverages.
Oh
called
yeah, her like
Desoy.
wine shit that
Yeah.
not wine.
And then I guess she feels at her best when she's multitasking, and her family gives her balance. So
Good for her.
yay!
Good.
You could
Nice.
probably still eat the Taco Bell, Katie,
Yeah,
but just have
100%.
half of the amount of the Taco Bell. Like
She
you
can
don't
still
need the
eat
2
Taco.
meals.
I will tell you what though, Taco Bell. There's no other fast food that makes me as sluggish as Taco Bell, and I'm pretty sluggish.
It's
Just
because you can eat like 12 tacos when you go to Taco Bell.
True.
12.
Okay. Well,
My God.
22.
oh,
12 tacos is the appetizer,
No,
and then you
she
get
is.
into everything else.
What's the saying? Call me the bear. No, not the bearer of bad news. What's the saying? I don't know. Mexican pizza. Not that great. Not
It was never that
anymore.
great.
It used to be pretty okay back in like the late 90s.
The Mexican pizza at Taco Bell was never good. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I'm
That's
putting
the
it out
one.
there right now.
Unpopular opinion.
The Mexican pizza at Taco Bell was never good. The
Weak.
only Mexican pizza that was ever good was the one that you got in middle school from the school cafeteria with the little sausages on the top, the little sausage nugs.
That sounds
Delicious.
so delicious.
That was the shit.
Okay, but the best thing at Taco Bell is the cheesy gordita crunch.
And then you just take that thing and
True.
you just fold it in half. And
Come
you
for
eat
me.
it. You eat it like a big taco. Okay.
okay.
Last story, and then we'll talk about
Okay, so
American Idol.
Okay.
So I feel like Katy Perry's whole shoe line is like jellies reincarnated.
Basically, yeah.
Awesome. I'm
But
here
some of
for
them
it.
are super cute. Like
one of them has an avocado for the little toe thing.
I know. I follow her. Her shoes are fucking cute.
They're kind of cute. I'm gonna creep this while you guys are bitching about American Idol. But after we talk about Justin Timberlake sells his entire song catalog like everyone else for some major buckaroos.
Does he even do music anymore?
He does.
Yeah,
I guess so, but it's all of his old stuff, not near the
I feel
new
like he
stuff.
went into movies for a little bit and then just stopped doing anything for a while.
Yeah, he's kind of been incognito, I feel,
Yeah.
since like Crimea River or
I don't know, man.
Sexy
I feel
Mirror
like
Backs.
I don't know what's happening because I'm obviously not in the music industry hard enough to understand. But like, why are these people selling their entire catalogs?
Why the hell do they give a shit? I'd rather have $100 million.
So let's go through the story and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
Oh.
read the story,
Okay.
if you please.
Sir, yes, sir.
No, that's not an order. If you please.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Justin's catalog of music compositions, as well as his share of the money he gets when the songs he's written are performed. Okay, that's not a sentence. I don't know.
What are you reading? I'm looking at the article and I don't even know where you started.
I don't think I started from the beginning.
My God.
Well, songs include Crimea River, Sexy Back, What Goes Around Comes Around, Mirrors, Can't Stop the Feeling, and Suit and Tie. What?
Okay.
Carry on, Brad.
In a statement,
how much money did he get for this shit?
The monetary terms of the deal were not disclosed. In a statement, JT said that he was excited to be partnering with Hypnosis.
Oh, that's why I didn't want to say it.
Is it?
And
It's got a G in there.
And its CEO,
I
Merck,
thought it was Hypnoxis.
and the CEO, and he values artists and their creative work, and has always been a strong supporter of songwriters and storytelling. And I look forward to entering this next chapter. Now,
Right?
Hypnosis.
Call him hip.
Stupid. Why would you have a company that nobody can pronounce? Unbelievable.
Right?
But it is kind of hip. Aha. Anyway.
Good one.
So the CEO goes on to call Justin one of the most influential artists of the last 20 years and one of the greatest songwriters of all time, and says that his many hits are among the most iconic of the period. Now, Hypnosis obviously co-owns a bunch of songs from Timbaland as well. Timbaland sold his whole
Timbaland is a genius because he popped into the scene and like featured on a whole bunch of artists and then sold all his shit and no one's ever heard from him since.
Yeah. So this particular company owns quite a bit of these catalogs. From let's see.
He's doing just as well as I did.
They also own or co-own catalogs of Jack Antonoff, Neil Young, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Shakira, Bon Jovi's Richie Sambora, and 2 members of Fleetwood Mac. So they're not just buying catalogs; they're buying pieces or people's stakes. So, like, what's happening? What's going on? I want to know.
I'm sure we'll know 20 million.
And why aren't they
years from now.
giving me $1 million for my one song?
Well, you got to get in front of Hypnosis.
Fair enough.
We got to go find the hippity hop, okay?
I'll sell it for $20. $20 is $20.
Yeah.
True.
No, it is interesting. I'd like to see what their what the deal is. Maybe we'll look further into it. We'll do an expose.
So when an artist sells their catalog, does that mean they're giving over their rights to that song?
Yes.
Okay.
Entirely. All the publishing deals, every time that artist goes and sings it on stage.
So they're giving up all their royalties?
All the royalties now go to this company.
Now,
for a giant lump sum of cash, obviously.
So if Justin now performs his own songs, that company gets all the money and all the royalties for that song. He gets nothing, right?
Now, they don't take it, he can still sell tickets to his concert. They have no stake in that. It's just the performance rights.
Okay.
And obviously, ownership of the masters. So they can now sell it at their will to any advertising firm, any company. They can license it out to anyone or whatever.
So why would an artist do that with their top fucking hits?
Listen, funny story. Artists would do that because money from music is different now. You know, because you're not selling records anymore. You're not selling physical copies of something that you could take money from. You're getting pennies on the dollar of streams that people are going and listening to every day. You know, radio is almost obsolete.
So royalties are not as important as far as like you'll make more money doing a residency in Vegas and just getting money from the tickets rather than getting money from royalties.
What is the one thing that you can't replicate or that you can't substitute? And that's the artist that you love performing on a stage in front of you. They've not figured out how to do that yet, but they have figured out how to keep a record out of your hand and make it come from the sky to your mobile device. And that's the difference now. Selling records isn't making money anymore. So the only thing I can gather is that these people are selling these huge catalogs of major hits for a giant lump sum because A, they're getting a big check that will set them for life.
Right.
And then somebody else has the burden of now turning those songs into revenue in other ways. And that, I'm sure, is what this company is doing. Like, they'll sell it to soundtracks. They'll sell it to the advertisers. They'll use it in these certain kind of ways, whatever the case is, you know.
That's brilliant for that company that's buying all their shit.
If you have the capital to pay Justin Timberlake $15 million for his entire catalog, and that's not to include music that he comes up with next.
Right. That's all his still.
It's yes. Yeah. So it's just what he's already done.
Yeah.
So, you know, same with like Bob Dylan and all these guys that sold, you know, like this is all the music that they've just done in the past. So everything moving forward is still theirs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is a very new business plan.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And I'd like to see, I'll do a little digging. I'll do a little investigative reporting. But yeah, good for you, Justin. That's tight. And it's funny because Justin Timberlake has this company owned Timberland's stakes in Justin Timberlake's songs, and now they own all of it. So that's quite interesting as well. But nice, well, good job, Justin. So okay, Ellie, let's talk a little bit about American Idol. What's going on?
Okay,
what's on your mind?
So I watched this season because Allegra Miles was on, and I got very interested and very invested. And Allegra Miles did amazing. Every performance she did was so good. And like, I think it's wild that she got voted off. And what was even more upsetting to me. Okay. Do you guys know who won American Idol?
Hunter Girl or no?
No.
Or the
Hunter Girl didn't win.
She was runner up.
She was close. It was the most boring person that I've ever seen on American Idol who sang nothing but the exact same country song over and over again.
Really?
I can't remember his name because I don't want to, but it was awful. Like every time he performed, I fucking like fast forward through it or I just like zoned out. It was so bad.
Well, country music is wildly popular right now.
No. But like Hunter Girl, like was awesome. I loved Hunter Girl. And I love the other, like there were a couple of other like country artists that were on.
Noah Thompson
is the most bland, vanilla, cookie cutter fucking like mainstream bullshit country artist.
But is she going to make $1 million?
It's a man.
Oh.
And
well, I'm already fucked.
I don't think so. I don't think he should have won American Idol. And I hope Allegra Miles is watching tonight because like, oh my God, I can't believe he fucking won.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like, and even the contenders to Noah leading up, because I'm clearly I don't even know Noah is a boy or girl, but like I literally tuned out as soon as Allegra was eliminated. But yeah, I
he was like,
I don't know.
if you would have heard him playing in a fucking like Pierce,
Applebee's.
yeah, like playing anywhere, you would just be like, yeah, okay, and like literally fucking tuned him out. Allegra Miles, you listen because she's got that unique sound, and it's very different. But like Leah Marlene was literally my favorite. She's so animated and she was so talented. She should have won. Or literally anybody else besides this
Anyway,
fucking...
even the first eliminated.
Oh my God.
No kidding. Wow.
It blew my mind. Like, it
I'll have to
must
go
have
back.
been fucking staged because I was so pissed.
Wow. I'll have to go back
I
and
was
look.
so
I'll
passionate
go back and
about
I'll.
this season, and he should not have won. He's literally the most boring person, and like he did this whole sob story about he's 19 with like a baby, and that was it. That was
Wow.
his entire sob story, is that he had a baby at home.
That's sad though. Nobody should have a baby at home.
I mean, like, okay, but like,
Jordan.
so you had a child with your girlfriend who you're still with, and you guys have a baby. That's life. That's not a sob story. That's not like fucking Lady K, who was homeless and then came on the stage and fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Or like anybody else that has their own story who's been in the fucking business. You're a motherfucker who just sang karaoke at your local like pub, and oh, I'm 19 with a baby. Like, go fuck yourself. Sorry.
Damn.
I do not like him. I don't think he should have won. I think
shows.
he's awful.
All right.
I think he's awful, and that's my piece.
Well, what do you guys think out there? Do you guys think Noah should have won,
You're probably not wrong.
or should have Allegra made it to the finals?
Okay, can we just talk that?
Paul just chimed in. He said, "I entered at the right time."
Yes,
He
you
said,
did.
"Fuck yeah, Ellie."
Oh God,
That's awesome.
I was so mad. I was so mad to find out that he won American Idol.
Interesting.
Can you
Oh,
believe
man.
that there's been 20 winners?
Oh, I know. There's been so many. I just think there were better people, more talented people, and more deserving people that should have won rather than this fucking vanilla country stereotypical piece of shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's good to know. I
know
feel
how
like
you
now I need to
really
go back
feel.
and like watch the last.
You
few
need
episodes.
to watch
Same.
it because honestly, like if you watch it, like one, you get to see Allegra Miles, which is awesome, right? But then you get to see a lot of like talented people. And then you see this boring fuck perform mediocrely.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Mediocrely,
The entire season.
or you could say he gives mediocre performances.
Yes, that.
That
And it's
one.
just it's boring, and it's just the same shit you'll hear on the fucking radio. And his whole sob story is, I have a baby at home. Like, everyone's got a baby at home. Everyone has responsibilities. Like, you have no sad story other than you procreated. Like, that blows my mind how it, like, you know, because how American Idol,
It's
they
true.
do like everyone's sob story.
Well, Don chimed in over on our Facebook page and said Hunter Girl should have won. And he also said, I just want to mention that he said, bring the Prestige brothers on in season 4. And guess what? I think we're going to do that.
Whoa.
That's definitely on the docket, Don.
Hunter Girl
It's-
was awesome.
Yeah, I think
by the way.
My
Yeah.
mom liked her too.
Yeah, Hunter Girl was good.
All right, I'm
She
gonna
was
have to watch
different.
the end of the season because I like I said,
mean-
as soon as Allegra was eliminated, I tuned out.
It
Yeah.
seems there's a mold too, because I just creepily looked at every single winner, and they're all from the South, looking country-esque. Like
great.
every
Okay,
single
so
one of
Jordan-
them is from like North Carolina, Oklahoma. Like
Jordan's getting
I don't know,
deep in
just
the
like
conspiracy theory.
there's two
here.
people that are not from like the same 5 Texas. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel
It just
like
seems a little riggy.
A lot of those places
all
have
southern.
major music cities.
Really? Oklahoma?
Yeah, Tulsa, baby.
The Broadway play, Oklahoma?
Okay, I don't know how to spell Oklahoma.
Elemental P. Anyway, now that we've concluded our
But yeah,
rant.
anyways, I was not happy with this current season's American Idol, and I think that America failed us
Again. Dun, dun,
in voting
dun.
their American Idol. That's my thoughts on it. Yeah, I was very upset. I was very passionate about it because I invested a lot of time in that show.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you did. Did you do it because of us?
I did. I
Good.
started watching,
I'm
like,
glad
I
you
missed
did.
the first couple of episodes, and unfortunately, I was not able to vote because I work every Sunday night.
Sure.
And
You're
I
not
didn't
old
have
enough?
Well, no.
Well, just so you know, Hunter
Not
Girl,
old enough to stay
Hunter Girl
awake that
didn't
late.
win because you didn't vote.
Yeah,
and
well.
good on you. No, okay, is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
I think we're
Nice, that's a Jordy vote. Sweet Jesus.
Do you think that was the longest one ever?
I think that was the longest Jordy Files.
We'll find out. We'll clock it. We'll see what's going on. Oh, Jesus.
Tap dancing.
Do we have a break coming up?
We do. Listen,
Time
we're
for a
gonna
snacky snack.
we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and we'll play around and name that tune with all of our live viewers. You're watching the JNC Podcast Season 3 finale. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
There's water on the streets, cops are out of sight, waiting for the drunks to come speeding through the night. There's nothing going on but attention in the air. They come into the club, sneak around and start to stare. Another pressure cooker, South Florida affair. The sharks are circling like they can sense a death. I'm safe from the law, cause there's no booze upon my breath. No fool for you no more, I'm above the law today. A law-abiding man in the southern USA. Won't fall for it no more, all the traps they lay. A law-abiding man in the southern USA. I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing anymore. I've spent so much time on the wrong side of the street. When I see a cruiser, I get light upon my feet. But I learned a superpower from the very depths of hell. Come on and pull me over. What a waste of time. So simple when you're sober to walk in a straight line. I'm no fool for you no more. Above the law today, a law-abiding man in the southern USA. Won't fall for it no more. All the traps they lay. A law-abiding man in the southern USA. I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing anymore. All right. Come on and pull me over. What a waste of time. So simple when you're sober to walk in a straight line. I know that it's ironic and I've fallen in line, but I've already done my time. A fool for you no more. I'm above the law today. A law-abiding man in the southern USA. Won't fall for it no more. All the traps they lay. I'm a law-abiding man in the southern USA. Now I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing anymore. Now I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing anymore.
the hillbilly.
Never hire him to be your gay fluffer.
Ever.
Anybody just tuning in?
Only your straight fluffer.
Totally out of context. All right, it's time for a thrilling round of Name That Tune. All right. Yes. We invite all of our live viewers to play along with us in the chats and comments. We're looking tonight for the name of the song.
Those are spicy, Jordan.
The song. And, of course, the artist or band that performs it. Tonight's category, because it's our season finale, is Bye Bye. So,
what is in sync?
let's...
What is this? This isn't Jeopardy.
So there's Jordan over there eating her charcuterie board like she normally does every night.
It's complimentary from Vintage.
Yeah. Let me tell you what, though. Their charcuterie board was dynamite.
Did you have one?
I did. Well, it was brought to us at the table, and as thankfully Paul was there as the predominant host, so that I could just slink in the shadows, almost literally, and just drink beers and eat charcuterie. You eat charcuterie? Is charcuterie like the stuff on it, or is it an actual board that it all comes on?
I don't know, but it sounds sexual. Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
It's just cheese and meat, right?
But other
Sometimes
stuff,
frappes, sometimes
Frappes?
jams. Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Sometimes nuts.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Like this one had like orange slices, and there was like kiwis, and
So then
Strawberries.
it's got to be just the board itself.
I think-
and then you can just put whatever
So-
shit you want on there.
if anybody in the know out there,
We have
is
this
it
thing called Google?
like
Send us our
what is the charcuterie board? Where does that come from?
charcuterie board.
I think it's the board,
I
but
think it's the
I could
board.
be mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, tonight's category is Bye Bye. Let's play.
It's sorry.
Jesus,
Never mind.
we're learning
No.
education.
Charcuterie is French for delicious.
Oh, so it's just
It's-
a
Oh, wait, no.
delicious
It's delicious
board.
board.
No, I'm sorry for.
Oh my God, you ruined my life.
Oh, yep. No, never mind.
What?
Never
False
mind. Just, yeah,
information.
fake news. I don't even know.
Fake news.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you
I
do
fucked
research
up.
while also
And the-
shredding a cheese stick.
Yeah, and the
She's got
screen,
3 pieces in her
screen-
hand.
and the screen was very small. I was like, couldn't see. Carry on. Time to play.
All right,
We'll come back to that.
time to play. Name that tune. You guys ready for your first clue?
Sure.
Fucking knuckleheads. Delicious board. All right, here we go. Bye Bye is the category. I feel like everyone, including our friends out there in the internet land, is going to get this immediately.
God, I'm good.
I didn't really hide it too hard. Here it is one more time.
You have the right amount.
That's true. The amount of times repeated in this title is April Brazil just chimed in with a link to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, charcuterie. I can't click it, so Jordan needs to click it
Oh, I gotta.
and read it.
I have to get back there.
Thank you, April. Appreciate that. Nobody's playing the game, by the way. Everybody's still stuck on
Everyone's
charcuterie.
still, yeah.
All right. What do you guys have here in the lounge? It is Bye 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 by NSYNC. Drums and Rum said bye like the bye bye drink. Very nice. Great job, you guys. All right, ready for the next clue? In the Bye Bye category, here we go.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
And I want the actual name of the song. April said it's the librarian me. I can't help it. I love that. Thank you, April. Jordan is diligently playing the game and also researching for us.
And eating cheese.
And eating cheese. So, multitasking, just like Katy Perry loves to do.
Not as well.
as we learned. Here's that clue one more time.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
All right, what do you guys have here in the lounge? Oh, wrong.
Both of us?
Yes. Drums and Roams had it right with Good Riddance
Fuck
by
Green Day.
Stupid.
Fuck them.
Don had it with Green Day as well. Great job, you guys. All right. Next tune coming at you. Here we go.
Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I.
Gotta think a little hard about it. It's a throwback. Here we go.
Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I.
The category is Bye Bye. Ellie looks suspicious. Usually, but more suspicious now. Jordan looks like she's drawing pictures on her board. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Oh, we're ready.
Okay.
yeah.
What do you got here? Too young to know this. This is what, adios, the goodbyes. No, that is not correct.
Adios, the goodbye.
Every place I go, I think of you. Every song.
This is Leaving on a Jet Plane by Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Yeah, I'm too young to know that.
Oh, you know the song, though. You know the hook. I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Yeah,
I didn't
sure.
know it was in that voice.
I've heard it,
Yeah.
but do I know it? No.
Jay got it. It's not John Denver, though, Jay, but it is Leaving on a Jet Plane by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Nice. Everybody gets a ding.
Good one, Brad.
Here is next clue. We got two more here in the game.
You say yes, I say no.
If you guys don't have it here, I know definitely our viewers are gonna they're gonna get this one. Here it is one more time.
You say yes, I say no.
You guys ready?
Born ready.
All right, let's see it. Ellie, I can't give it to you. Jordan, I'm gonna give it to you because you're so close. You're so close. If you literally just, you know what? Let me. Just exactly. I wish I would have went full screen for that, but you're exactly right. It is "Hello Goodbye" by the Beatles. That was the most brilliant thing I've ever seen in my life.
I wrote it perfectly.
You went.
I just had to make a little triangle.
So good. Good job, you guys out there. Jay got it out there. Don, I'm going to give it to you. And I'll also give it to you over there, Paul. It is the Beatles. Hello, Goodbye. Last tune. Here we go.
Oh, woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever.
Just to remind you that the category is Bye Bye. Here it is one more time.
Oh, woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever.
It's a great song. I'll tell you a story about this song once we get the answer.
I'm going to tell you a story about this song, too.
Oh, shit. All right. Jordan, looks like you look very confident in this.
Could be the same story.
Jay got it over there. And
I don't know the name of the song.
all right. Well, let's see what you
You're
got.
the artist?
What do you got?
Oh,
it
good
is
job.
Ray Charles.
My story was that it was a song in Man of the House with Chevy Chase and Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
It is Hit the Road Jack.
So
by Ray
combined, Ellie
Charles.
and I
Come
crushed
on.
it.
You guys got it.
Oh, woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever.
Yep. Everybody chiming in over there. Don got it. Jay got it.
If y'all weren't talking, I could have figured
Drums
out
and
the name.
Rums. He got to Hit the Road Jack, but he tagged in Vaughn Jackson. I love when Paul does that. He just tags random people.
Hit the road, Vaughn Jackson.
That's so good. So I growing up, and Ellie, you know this person. Growing up, I had a very dear friend. He's still a dear friend to me. We just, we're grown-ups now. But John Gack. So his father, we used to like hang out all the time in middle school. We were the best of friends. We hang out at each other's houses all the time. And I remember in John
He
Gack's,
kissed her mom.
Oh. Well, I believe that.
Let's talk about that too. Did you know this?
John Gack or John Gack's dad?
No, John Gack.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, we're gonna
With tongue?
dive into that on another time.
What kind of kiss?
So John Gack's dad, he used to
That's hilarious.
he used
Sorry.
to play harmonica, and he's originally from Chile, so he had this wonderful Spanish accent.
I remember his dad.
And was just this fascinating man, and full of secrets, full of mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, we all
He was
met.
hot for an older man.
Good looking dude. But he introduced me. I would say he introduced me to some really incredible music while we were friends. Boston, I didn't know anything about until John Gack's dad. There were several other artists that I was like, oh my God, these are amazing groups, right? But one was he used to always sing Hit the Road Jack with his little harmonica. And but it was always in this Spanish accent, and I had never heard the song before in real life.
Are you going to do an impression for
I am
us?
going to do it. I'm going to do the impression. This is not meant to be offensive in any way. This is just how I remember it. And it's a wholesome, wonderful memory. And but he would always come in and he'd be like, "Hit the road, Jack. Don't she come back no more, no more."
I
Hit the
remember
road,
this.
Jack.
I remember this.
Don't she come back no more. And I was like, it was just such a, it was such a wonderful memory. And I have such wonderful memories of that family and hanging out with them. And, and I try to keep in touch, and I like posts and, send a message every now and then. But they have since dispersed. Like those family members are everywhere. But I do try to keep in touch with them as often as I can. And they were very fundamental in my very formative years, and so that song, when that came up on a list that I was looking up, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's a memory that will stay with me forever. Hit the road, Jacques. He don't she come back. It was so good. It's so good. Yeah, good job, you guys out there. Thanks for listening to my stories.
Beautiful. Now back to the kissing story.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me just say,
okay.
before we get into that. God.
Ellie and I will talk about it later.
Jay wanted to say, take care of y'all. Enjoy your break. Thank you so much, Jay.
Aw,
We
thank
love
you.
you, man.
Jay.
Genuinely, I'm coming to see you. I'm gonna come up there and take you out to lunch because
Jay's watched like all of our shows.
Yeah.
He's always there.
Such an old friend of
He's
mine.
our number one fan.
Aw.
Like you may have even seen Jay one time.
I may have met Jay.
You may
You
have
may have met
seen
Jay.
the infamous Jay.
Jay we met at a place called Castleberry's Patio Bar.
Oh, I
up
remember
in Castleberry.
Castleberry's.
And we became great friends through that. I used to host karaoke up there, and Jay would sing, and just we hit it off, and I'm so glad that we've stayed in touch all these years. And he's actually come down here. He saw a show of mine at the cigar bar. Jordan, you were there. You met Jay, or maybe have seen him. Maybe, I don't know if you guys were there at the same time.
Well, we have to officially meet Jay.
Yes, 100%.
All know
And
meeting.
he's come to even all the way down to the Hoffman, and he came to catch a show there. So Jay, we love you, man,
Yes.
and I love you, and I appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you. We'll see you soon, very soon.
Yes.
Don, it looks like he's signing off as well. Enjoy See You Season 4. Thank you, Don.
Aw,
thank you for tuning in and hanging with us tonight, man. It's going to be bigger and better and more far out. We're taking it into the multiverse moving
Like
forward.
Spider-Man.
And Bubby said, "Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more."
How's he know this
Cultured
song?
young man.
Yeah,
Cultured
how's he
young
know
man.
this song?
No, I love it. I love it. Okay, so yeah, Ellie, what happened? What was this? Do you know something that I don't know?
Okay, so like our mother was wild, right?
We know this.
We love her. But so I remember vividly a night where we were playing Spin the Bottle. And Mom landed on John Gack, and John Gack reached over and kissed our mom right on the lips. And
How
I
old
think
was
she
he?
liked it. I think he was like 17.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Bold. John was bold.
Yeah.
He is bold. He's still out there. He's still in existence. I love the man.
You remember it?
I do remember this.
It's all coming back
Vaguely,
to you now.
but I do
Yeah,
remember.
because all my friends were there and all your friends were there, and Mom was just chilling like she was one of the teens.
Yeah, we had a party house growing up. Like
Yeah.
they used to let us get away with a lot of weird.
Oh, yeah.
They were strict on some things.
We could only drink in the house with them,
But they would like
but they would let us drink.
they would let us take it to the limit, and then it would be a very immediate like, nope,
Yeah.
nope. There's enough is done.
Yeah.
But no, it was wonderful.
Yeah, no, John Gatt kissed our mom.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I love it. So crazy. Well,
I love it.
since we're here with you, Ellie, are you ready to give us a bad bitch Bible study?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. Well, you guys, we're going to get our weekly boost from our very own Ellie Brock in her segment, The Bad Bitch Bible Study.
All right.
Gotta wait for the crowd to die down.
Oh, yes.
Don't be
yes.
like Camila Cabello.
Yeah,
Oh,
knock
yeah.
it off.
How dare you cheer over me talking? So in the words of Semisonic, not to be confused with Silk Sonic,
Oh, yeah. Big difference.
but Semisonic in closing time, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Oh, I thought you were going to go
Profound.
with I know who I want to take me home tonight.
Oh, no.
Okay, so the other one.
Yeah. The other one hit wonder. No. So in, celebration of the ending of our third season, which holy fuck, third season. That shit's wild.
We started this in 2019.
I know.
I hate everything.
I remember when we went to lunch and I pitched this idea to you.
You did.
And
you
then
did.
it turned into this, which I am so proud of you.
Oh, don't do that.
No,
now.
like I've seen how this has turned out, and this is like so awesome. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it and be involved and to have met the people that I've met through this, like Paul and Kevin, and, like those two mainly, who have been just like your diehards through all of this, have been just so committed and supportive, have been amazing. And just all the other people, like all the people that I used to play music with, Chris Springer and the Little Things, and seeing all of them, and even like Zach Jones, and like seeing all these people that are still doing music and doing so well and like so talented.
And we get to catch them like butterflies sometimes.
And for me to like
hang on to them for a little bit and then let
yeah,
them out.
and
It's
they've
wonderful.
grown so well, and they're such incredible artists, and they're such amazing people, and just to see that and to be included in this, like you have to go through certain things in your life, and you build and you create, and certain things will end, and you learn through all those things. It's such a beautiful experience to go through life and to have those moments where you meet these people and you have these meaningful conversations and connections, and you learn so much from just random people throughout your entire life. And it's the little things that you kind of take with you on that journey. And you never know the kind of impact you're going to have on someone in just a small instance, in just a small conversation. You may never see that person again, but what you say and the impact that you have is going to be so great on that person. And they're going to take that with them throughout their entire life. It's always an experience. So every day that you interact with people and you get to know people, just try to always be some kind of impact on their life. Try to make it good. Sometimes it's not so good, but like always try to take people, those interactions that you have, don't take those for granted. Like every interaction you have with anybody is meaningful, and you can learn so much from those people and from those moments. And it's all awesome. Learn something from everyone that you interact with, good or bad, every day. Always make it a lesson and take what you can from those little moments, because it could be 10 years down the road and you see that person that you may have had a conversation with 10 years ago, and all of a sudden you see them and you're like, I remember all of these moments. I remember all of those conversations, like John Gack and all the things that we carry with us every day, It's also meaningful. Every interaction you have is meaningful and purposeful. So make it meaningful and purposeful every single time you interact with someone else.
I love that. And I'm just gonna piggyback.
Sure. I love that.
I'm just gonna piggyback and say that because I have one story. I have many stories, but this is a story I'd like to share. Our episode 2 guest of this whole shenanigan was Andrew Scott. And in Andrew Scott, for all intents and purposes, and he had no idea, but he was the reason that I got back into performing in the first place. After cruise ships, as many of you know, if you follow along, I took years off from performing at all. After I got done with my cruise ship time, I was burnt out. I was done. I never thought that I would pick up a guitar again. And I was working at a restaurant, and just across the street was a place that had live music. And there was always this guy out there playing all my favorite songs and just giving me life. So I would literally request the little side patio area that nobody ever made money in. So it was very easy for them to give up. And I would go out there just so that I can wipe tables down and listen to Andrew perform across the street. And just listening to him, I was like, I miss it. I miss doing this. I miss playing those songs. I want to go and do it. And then to have the opportunity, as you said, to sit in front of him at my table and tell him this was such a important moment for me, because he effectively changed my life again, and he's just such a wonderful man and a great performer, and it's wonderful that he's my colleague now, and I see him all over town, and I know where to go and find him, and I want to have him back on my show again. But yes, you never know how somebody's going to strike you. On the flip side of what you're saying, you never know when somebody's going to come at you and impress you in a way that changes your life. And so on your side of that is, you never know when you're going to impress somebody. So you should always just want to be the best that you can be, because you never know who's watching or who you're influencing. And I think that's a very important message. And that was truly a good one, Ellie.
Thank you.
Nice. All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with our shameless plugs. We're going to start winding down the season finale. I know it was not quite as boisterous as our last one, but that's because we're working really hard on making the next season. The next season's going to be something truly different. It's going to be such a treat. I'm so excited. Like I said, last season was a little weird because we were moving and it but now I'm really glad we signed the longer lease, Jordan. So we have a little bit of time to get in here and make some moves, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm so stoked. All right, let's get into our shameless plug. All right. Here I am. I found myself. That's what you do. We're going to get into our shameless plugs. I'm about, is this three? Is this 3 hurricanes deep?
Yeah, I think we're matched on 3. Although mine's gone and I have my starter cup still.
I just have to tell you guys, there is a named storm for this year.
Already?
Well,
it's the first day.
Well, I'm just saying they have the list of the names.
Oh, gotcha.
There is potentially.
What's A?
Alex.
Wow.
I think it's Alex. But E. Any guesses for E?
Earl.
It's Earl. It's gonna be Hurricane Earl. That's right.
Dear God.
So I really hope it's like one of those bullshit ones where we could just drink and barbecue through it.
He predicted it here. Hurricane Earl.
Hurricane
Earl's
Earl.
gonna hit us.
I don't want it to hit us. I just want it to make us
just graze us.
Yeah, just so we're like, we have an excuse to not go out of our houses. That would be fine. I did see there's not even a name storm right now, and I saw people like rage buying cases of water today at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I it was almost weird. Like they were like savages, like in there, like just it was the wildest thing I've ever seen. And thankfully, like we always keep a few cases of water here. Prep. But like,
I've never bought a case of water in my entire life. Let's be real.
I mean, you should.
I should.
But
I should.
Yeah, it was just. I don't know. It was bizarre. Like everybody was polite, but like there was like, while there's normally like 3 pallets full of water, like it was getting a little reckless. Anyway,
people are wild.
Yeah. So who wants to start with shameless plugs? Anybody have any shameless plugs?
Jordan, you always have a wonderful shameless plug. Sorry.
Yeah. Butt plug?
Which one? Oh, the butt plug? My little butt plug series?
Oh, God. Please tell us.
Season 4.
Jordan launches her butt plug line.
I mean, I know a guy. we could 3D print them.
Oh.
It's your brother.
That's weird.
That's weird.
He
charming.
He does 3D printing. He does these things.
Oh, well, good. Make us some butt plugs.
Or not.
JNC
or don't.
monogram
butt plugs. See.
Wow. It just has blue and yellow like tassels out the back.
Think of the responses we'd get if you gave one of those bad boys out for free for winning something or a question, huh?
Paul says, "Merry Christmas. Here's a butt plug."
Oh, Lord.
Paul also said some people have to go out of our houses talking about hurricanes.
Oh, that's true.
And yeah, we don't want to give up your Batman secret, Paul, but we get it. We love what you do.
Yeah, he's never at home for the hurricanes.
He said JNC podcast now sponsored by Adam and Eve. Brilliant. All right, Jordan, what's your shameless plug?
Just have another sip of them.
I'm gonna get Ellie to give me another drink.
Oh, dear. That's just what you need.
What about your
Let's freshen that up.
The Hush and Hush?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna plug. Sorry.
Hush and hush about it though.
Yes, hush hush. So if anyone
Anthony says JMC butt plugs now 20% off. Only because they're used.
Oh no.
I think they should be 20% more then. Don't people usually pay more for that kind of stuff?
He said use the code Jordan.
That's good.
All right, all
Oh my
right.
God, that's great. Okay, be serious. Act like adults here, for God's sakes.
Here, I'm serious.
Yeah, let's talk about Hush and Hush.
The last shameless plug, for the love of us. So, if you are interested in, aging later, and
Almost went everywhere. I almost spit that drink everywhere. Good job. Okay, carry on. Aging later.
yeah, and living longer,
Beautification
younger.
pro-
Yes,
products.
I know a plug for a bunch of different for a bunch of different things. Supplements. We have a hairline for hair growth. And
Oh, that look.
The fuck was that look for? I have a luscious head of hair in the front.
chest. Yes.
In the front trestle area.
Yeah. We also make like a vegan super green for like a meal supplement, kind of like a protein powder shake, but not very delicious.
Really
bunch of
selling it.
Yeah, a bunch of different options to, get right from the inside out. So
You
Yeah.
should bring some of your products out because I know you have them. And
I do.
to be fair, the hairbrush is fucking cute as fuck, and I
Right?
want one.
Okay, I'll get you
I
one.
need one.
Got you. We have
I
beauty
need one in my
bags,
life.
too. We have eye masks.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool about that? What's cool about that brush is it's a wet brush, right? Like it's designed to brush through wet hair.
Brad,
Because I pay
Yes.
attention, I listen,
You do.
and
You use it sometimes.
no.
But to be fair,
It is
anyone
mimicked
that has
after it.
hair, as long as you and me,
Uh-huh.
needs a wet brush because trying to brush your hair wet is a fucking disaster and it's awful
Yep.
and everyone hates it.
And their design is great.
Yeah, and it's
Their
so
packaging is
cute.
nice. It's
so
all
cute.
Recyclable and all natural, and everything's vegan and
It's amazing.
blah, blah, blah. It's very nice. Very great line. Very great people that own it. Very happy. They're local. So support local.
Hush
local.
and
Yeah.
Hush.
Hush and Hush. That's actually the name. It's not a secret. It's like, you remember when people would be like, oh, we're like, where do you work? Guess.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, blah, 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 blah. No, guess. I am guessing. No? Okay. You didn't have, okay.
Yeah, no. We all had those friends.
Oh, okay.
We hated them.
Or where you got the thing
But
from.
okay,
Where'd you get this from?
but
Guess?
to be fair, it's not a pyramid scheme, and it's not like you have to hold a party in your living room type.
No.
of thing.
This is
Correct.
not. It's not
No,
like
it's
Mary
not
Kay
like
at all.
that.
Like it's
It's not.
You could literally just go buy products off their website.
Yeah.
Or go in.
Or
they're in
Amazon.
and their department
They're
stores
in-
as well. Yeah.
We're in Saks Fifth Avenue.
Oh,
a bunch of
fancy.
spas, resorts, med centers.
There you go.
Yeah. And I think like 6, I'm making a number up, but a lot of countries, lots of different countries. I don't even know the number, 30, 60, I don't know, something, lots.
How many
So
countries
all over the
are
world.
there?
I don't know.
Too many.
Too many. I think there's 200. What? Right? 211? Let me fact check. Anyway.
She's gonna fact check on that.
Yeah. So support local and support me. Thanks.
Yeah. What about you,
And Brad.
Eleanor? Any shameless plugs for you?
Yeah. So Tijuana Flats is where I currently work, and honestly, it's a great company. I love it. The food is great. Anyone that's eaten there knows the food is great. Me and you used to have lunch dates there all the time.
We did. 100%.
Yeah, it's a great company. My bosses are amazing, and we have a foundation called the Justin Queso Foundation, which is great. This month we are doing a One Pulse charity, and it's for the it's in honor of Gay Pride Month, and also in honor of the Pulse shooting that happened a couple years ago, right?
God, so many years ago.
Yeah.
Like first of all, too many years. And for these kinds of things to still be happening. But yeah, I believe it was
2018?
2018.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Seems like the year, but I don't know.
And
Yeah.
Pulse nightclub, obviously in Orlando.
Yeah. But we are raising money for, just foundations for Gay Pride Month and to support the LGBTQ many other letters. But just, in general. So like Pride Month, we do have a hot sauce. Our most popular hot sauce is the Smack Sweet, which is amazing. It's so delicious. But we have special bottles this month that have pride flags on it, and it's a really cute bottle. So if you come, it's like $7. Come to the location. You can buy it online. You can donate through Amazon by selecting Justin Queso as your charity foundation. So there's a lot of ways to donate to this charity, and I think it's amazing that this company has this foundation that has done so many incredible things for the local community. And it's awesome to be a part of a company that values the community that much, that we have this foundation that does these incredible things. And you can come into the store, you can donate online through Amazon, you can buy a bottle of hot sauce, which is amazing. All of our hot sauces are amazing. So come in, give a donation, buy some lunch. It's awesome. I'll be there. Come see me,
When's the next time you're going to be there?
So I'm working tomorrow night and Friday night, and Sunday morning. I'm off Saturday. But I mean, my other managers are amazing. My whole crew is amazing. Come in, see them, let them know, like, hey, I know Ellie works here. Buy a bottle of hot sauce. Ask for the Pride Month hot sauce. We have it. They'll sell it to you. Donate. It's an awesome cause.
Love it. We'll put a link on our forever upload for this, because that's a foundation that goes on forever, right? That is always, they're always benefiting.
Yeah, it benefits the community. It benefits the employees of Tijuana Flats, which is awesome. If anything happens to us, we lose our home in a hurricane, which hurricane season is around the corner. Anything like that happens, that foundation is there to help the employees.
Right around the corner. We're in it.
We're in it, right? So if anything happens, it's there. It's established to help the employees. So your donations not only help the people that are working for that company, but also help the community. We've built houses for people. We have, worked in soup kitchens. There's so many volunteers for this foundation, and we've sent, boxes of supplies overseas to people in war. And it's amazing what they do and how passionate the people are about this foundation. So it's really great.
I love that. Justin Queso Foundation. I love that. Yeah, check it out, you guys. And as I mentioned, we'll put a link for that in the forever episode of this. I guess it comes to me.
Oh, there's 195 countries.
195 currently?
Yeah. In the world today.
Do
you know how many countries there are just in Africa? I just learned just now.
Well, the continent of Africa is gigantic. So that makes sense.
How many, Jordan?
And because it's an incredibly tribal.
Yeah, I just want a number, Brad. I'm
going to say 42.
I would say that there's probably 98.
Okay.
Oh. You're very close, Ellie. 54.
Oh.
That's the biggest.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm learning things over here.
Look at you. That's what we do.
We
By
educate
the way,
and inebriate.
T-shirts are coming.
Oh,
I need one.
We need one.
I'm working on designs. If there's any designers out there that want to send me designs, I design myself, but I'm always open to.
Can I just
interesting?
Open to designs.
Another shameless plug, real quick. My shirt, Philly versus the refs. I'm getting ready for football season, right?
Clearly,
Red Bubble. I order from them all the time, and I love this stylish shirt that they have. It's the only stylish shirt that I've seen where it's just like a very nice fit, and it's got the wide collar that I like. Like, I love it. And it's not your typical like t-shirt. It's very comfy. It's very roomy. But yeah, like they have all kinds of designs. You can upload your own design. So If you're interested.
Interesting to know.
Red Bubble.
Red Bubble.
Red Bubble.
Philly versus the refs.
Philly versus the refs. Hell yeah. Oh my God. I was watching something on, like, I'm on Instagram all the time. Like, I love it. I love it more than TikTok. I'll just sit there and fucking scroll through Instagram all day long. But they had a, like, compilation video of all the times that we had a touchdown, like, taken away from us as the Eagles, that as you watch the playbacks, it's so fucking legit, right? And it's just the refs just fucking with us. So Philly versus the refs this season for sure.
I love that. I'm fucking fly. I'm all about the birds. Like,
Yeah.
I love.
Oh,
Philly.
and we're bringing back the Kelly Green, the classic Kelly Green this season. I'm so fucking excited. Our roster looks amazing. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be good. Good football
good.
football season. It's coming.
It's coming
That's
quick.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I feel like we just did this, didn't we? Where did we watch?
We watched the Super Bowl, I think, here, didn't we?
No, that was last year. We did watch the
Oh,
Super
yeah?
Bowl last year at our house, but where did we watch the Super Bowl this year? I feel like I was playing. I think I was, maybe not.
I think
Did we
I
go out?
watched the Super Bowl. No, I wasn't working that day. I don't think I was working that day.
I watched it.
I know we had the games leading up to it at Tijuana when I was training
I watched
down
it
in Royal Palm.
because Tom Brady lost, and that was
Yeah.
just terrible for everyone.
Was it though?
Who knows? Anyway, it's my turn. Mine.
We'll let you have the floor.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to come up with some football stuff this season. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for our season finale. You're going to want to make sure that you're subscribed to all of our stuff over the break, because next season is going to be packed with all kinds of goodness. We're definitely taking things up a notch, and I'm very, very excited about the future of Jams and Cocktails and JNC and all that we're going to have to offer you guys. In the meantime, be sure to come out and see me at a one-man band show around town. You can visit www.bradbrock.com to see where. Shout out to our sponsors and partners at Code Rum, tcnightlife.com, The Sneaky Tiki, Hop Life Brewing, at Treasure Coast Entertainment, Snorkel Corn Entertainment, Paul at the Drums and Rums podcast. Be sure to check out Paul's live stream on Friday nights. I'm sorry, it's not Friday nights anymore. He's doing it on Thursday nights, and it is his best happy hour in half an hour. And it's an amazing live stream. It's very short, so be sure to be punctual and get on it. I believe it starts at 8:00 on Thursday nights, and it's hilarious and fun. Please support Ben and Hector at 561 Music Podcast. Support our friends who support us, and support local whenever you can. Also, please consider supporting us through our Patreon page. For those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it's a great way to help support us with a monthly subscription to some exclusive content, after dark cuts, and more.
It's like OnlyFans for
It's like OnlyFans without the dicks and the titties.
Yes.
It's more just because you believe in us.
And not because you want to see us.
But if you want to see dicks and titties, come to our OnlyFans page. It's a whole different experience. I'm not going to give you the link to that. You're just going to have to find it. But seriously, Patreon is a very cool thing. It's bailed us out of quite a bit of nonsense over the last couple of years. So go contribute there. That would be great. Because every little bit helps. New gear, services, our challenges, advertising. It's if you enjoy what we do each week and you want to see us get bigger and better and do wilder and more outrageous things, which we're all into doing except for Jordan, consider popping over to our Patreon page and signing up for a subscription. Thank you. That's it. That's my shameless plug. not the same, Jordan. It's not the same, Jordan.
I think it could be.
Nah,
They do it in the movies.
It's not though.
Oh, jeez.
It's not. It's not.
I'll just hop off a step. You could do the rest of the movie magic.
Anthony, by the way, thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon. I see you over there on YouTube, and he said money well invested. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. And we're winding down. I don't want it to end. I always get so emotional when we do this. Like it was more.
God.
I'm sorry, but it was more emotional when we left the old lounge.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
'Cause that was like a true ending. We were
Yeah.
ending an era over there.
Yeah, that was rough for
Yeah.
me personally. I'm so glad that we're in this house. This house is way cooler to like live in as a human being.
Besides the ants, but we've conquered
But we
that.
conquered it. But like, you know, the other house was just rough to live in. But that lounge, man, that was my pride and joy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I loved was in there every Wednesday night, including you guys.
Aw. We're
Um,
still here.
I know. So I have
We came
most
back.
of the things I love in this lounge. And some of the things are now scattered around my home that I live in now, which is really nice too. But this is sorry, I'm getting getting a little deep. I'm sorry. I've had a million hurricanes. I'm still working on one. And
Hurricane Earl's here.
I'm gonna have my moment.
I'm gonna have my moment.
But
Damn
you know,
it.
like ending a season for me isn't just like saying, "Oh, we're taking a break." It's not a break for me. It's literally pushing hard and giving birth to something new. And I'm committed to that. I have a lot of really cool things in the works. I'm going to be putting our cast members to the test. There's going to be more incredible challenges. We're going to dive deeper into our local community, and we're going to get more stories. And it's going to be a fucking wild ride. So, you know, don't fill up your Wednesdays so far. Just live in a void on Wednesday night.
For the next, like, 3 weeks.
Just stare at a wall and watch paint dry. Because
Watch our reruns.
Yeah.
Because seriously, you're not gonna want to substitute what we're about to throw at you on Wednesday nights, and so much more. It's gonna get so wild. I don't want to divulge too much, but Paul knows. Paul out there, Paul from Drums and Rums. We have a plan, and we're gonna blow your minds.
And what else are you going to do on Wednesday night?
Listen,
it's Wednesday night.
You're gonna cancel.
time for
you're
us.
gonna cancel cable because of us. It's the truth. That's what's gonna happen. I've said it.
Oh.
Get ready to save a bunch of money.
I mean, we canceled cable for us.
Yeah, stop paying your cable company
working.
$50 a month and pay us $50 a month.
Right?
And we're gonna blow your mind. It's honestly gonna be the truth. We hope that you guys enjoyed this season of JNC. I know it's been wild and weird. We've really run the gamut, and but this is the true essence of what we're doing. This is us. I don't want to infringe on copyright by
Yeah, I was
saying
going to
that.
say, that's a TV show, movie thing.
But like, you know, this is what we want to do, but we're going to do it bigger and better, and we're going to make it more local next season, because they deserve it. There's a lot of things and places and people that we want to acknowledge next season. So we're going to do that. So thank you so much for helping us settle into this new lounge. We couldn't have done it without you. And we're going to blow your mind next season.
You're making a lot of promises.
I know.
Right?
We're gonna. I know. I'm doing it. I'm making promises to myself. So listen, we'll keep you posted on everything as we move along. But until we meet again.
Closing time.
Yes.
Drink some water. Take care of yourselves and each other. You guys, we'll see you out there. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge, I'm Brad Brock. This is Jordan Taylor. This is Ellie Brock.
And this is a mic drop.
Mic drop. We love you guys so much.
And Derek, wait, give the camera to Derek, please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and
Derek.
Wait.
Oh.
And Derek.
We miss you.
Get well soon, pal.
Yeah.
Yes! We love you. Good night.
I'm amazed